Okay, so we're going to move on to lesson 5 of our English for this week, and our final lesson on Leon and the place between. I hope you've really enjoyed it. Okay, so this image here is showing that obviously this is where the box is that Leon went into, and obviously little Mo and everyone are here waiting for him to come back. And if you look here, the doves have already come out, which showing that things can come out of the box. Okay, so Leon heard a sharp tap. The door of the box opened before him. Leon stepped out, with the white rabbit still in his arms. Abdul Kazam took a majestic bow. The crowd cheered and clapped. Tom and little Mo clapped loudest of all. You can see that they all look quite happy, don't they, and pleased. And we've got, little Mo is pleased that I can only assume that it's her brother. We're not told that, are we? But it almost seems like it is back, and they're all happy to see him. Did you really disappear? Asked Pete as they shuffled out into the night. Of course he did, said Tom. See, this is a magic rabbit. He stroked her long, soft ears. But where did you go? Asked little Mo. Leon smiled. I went to the place that magic takes you, he said. Can anyone go there? Sighed little Mo with a yawn. Leon lifted her up onto his shoulders. Yes, anyone, Mo, he said. Anyone who believes. We've got the image there of the tent. And then if you look again, this is the at the end of the circus show. If we just look here in the distance, we've got Abdul Kazam, and it's almost like the memory of him and what's happened is living on within the children, and we've got the little rabbit here with the children. Okay, so why did Abdul Kazam take a bow when Leon reappeared? Well, he took a bow because his magic trick had worked and Leon had reappeared. So he was proud of himself and happy at work. Because I'm sure a lot of magicians, when they're doing the tricks, there's always that worry that a magic trick isn't going to go right. And therefore he's happy, isn't he, that it's worked and he can move forward and keep his reputation of being a good magician. How did Tom's attitude change from the start? Well, if we looked at it, he was a bit reluctant, wasn't he? He didn't really believe in magic. And then when Leon reappeared, and if we have a little look back at that section, he said, "Did you really disappear?" asked Pete. And then we've got here where Tom says, "Of course he did," said Tom. Okay, so it's almost like, yeah, of course he did disappear. Where he didn't believe in the magic at first, did he? But actually he's completely taken in. What does little Mo yawn and tell us? Well, it basically tells us that she's tired and the magic show must have finished late. And we also know that from the last couple of pages, don't we? If we look at the last pages, we can see the difference in the sky from the start. It's obviously a lot darker now, so the time of day that the magic show's finished would have been a lot later. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to have a little look at the character that Leon, the little boy that Leon met inside the box. Okay, we don't really know what his name is, but we do know a few things about him. So what do we know? Well, we know that his dad is Abdul Kazam. We know that he goes into the box or in the place between each evening because his dad is practicing his magic. We know that he's quite caring because he talks about the rabbit and says when he's got the rabbit, he says he's not being called back before, and he gives him a bit of a cuddle, doesn't he? Strokes his fur and whatever, so that makes him think he's quite caring. He's friendly. As soon as Leon come in, he went straight, spoke to him, picked him up on the magic carpet. Helpful because he wanted to share everything. So I'm not going to share any more with you because what you're going to do today is you're going to use the sheet that you've got, which looks a bit like this, and you can describe what the boy is like in appearance on the outside and then his personality on the inside, because I talked a lot about his personality then and what he was like, so you're going to put that on the inside. What I don't want you to do is I don't want you to just list helpful, kind, caring, black hair. Okay, I want you to particularly with the personality, obviously on the outside it's obvious, isn't it, what he's got and what he looks like, but the personality, if you put helpful, why is he helpful? So I want a bit of a description on there of why he's helpful. So helpful because, or kind because, caring because, and so on. Okay, so have a go at doing that today. Make sure that you're taking care with your presentation.